Welcome to the Chemical Inventory and Emission Solution powered by IEHS and presented by Antea Group. This solution is an excellent example of Antea Group's process for configuring solutions for our clients. We use our EHS&S consultants to really understand a client's needs first. Then we configure our core and solutions to mimic our client's needs. The benefit is that our solutions then address the client's needs and requirements. In this solution, the client expressed to Antea Group that they needed us to come up with a solution using their chemical inventory data, their production data, their ink compositions, and their waste factors, all coming from an upload of inventory data from SAP to create touch-of-a-button reports, internal and external, that could be used efficiently and effectively so that there are no emission violations. We collaborated with this client to produce a design for this solution. This is an example of the type of design work that Antea Group does to produce a solution. We first address data, sources, and input. We then address what takes place within the system, how the data is manipulated, and finally, the outputs, the reports associated with the system. As a result, our solution came up with a process to generate uploads of data from SAP. Spreadsheets, exported spreadsheets, were determined to be the best way to do this. All the calculations were put in place so that the emission reports could be generated. And finally, scheduled reports are now pushed to management for review and, as necessary, the regulation of production. Let's view the actual chemical inventory and emission solution. In this screen, all of the chemicals in this particular facility are listed by CAS number. Clicking on any one of those allows me to see the specifics associated with that particular chemical. I can see the actual CAS number, the chemical name, whether or not it's a hazardous air pollutant or a toxic air pollutant, whether or not it is toxic, and the number of pounds per hour or pounds per day in usage of this particular chemical. This simple input data facilitate the generation of all the reports that are seen here on the left-hand side. I can look at VOCs on a daily, weekly, monthly, or annual basis. I can look at HAPs and TAPs on monthly or annual basis. In addition, I can see the scheduled reports that go out automatically and are pushed to management. Viewing any of these reports is a simple process. So for example, if I want to see the monthly VOC emissions and do so for the month of January 2016, I input those dates, click on OK, and the report is generated. The benefit to this client, and similarly to Google, would be management engagement in the processes taking place that might be dictated by emissions and by chemical inventory, no emission or reporting violations, reliable and efficient process for storing and retrieving chemical inventory data. This exemplifies our design process that we would use for Google as well. And in this particular case, or in Google's case, we would look at multiple input options for chemical inventory data. Because any form in IEHS can be linked to a mobile device, input could occur at the facility level by manual input of chemical inventory data, by scanning of QR codes, or by any other method that meets the needs of Google.